Hey, what's up everybody, it's Chronofahx, your time traveling kitsune, and welcome back to more Zelda Fridays with Skyward Sword. A game that I personally find to be very, very underrated and gets a little too much hate from fans, personally. Yes, it can have some annoyances to it, and I do admit it's not a perfect game, but I do think there are some legitimate merits to it, and I think a lot of the things people complain about when it comes to this game aren't as bad as people tend to build it up to be. And I'm here to kind of help not only show a lot of why I love this game, but also maybe help you give this game another try if you kind of gave up on it partway through. So, first, I hope you're all having a good day, and if not, I hope I can make it just a little bit better. And before I start, I have a bit of a conundrum because I kind of have two options that I can go with this. I can either go a regular playthrough where I just start with a fresh new save file and play through it normally, or I could go hero mode, which is this game's hard mode where I take double damage and hearts aren't gonna spawn in naturally. I have to figure out alternative methods of healing. But the thing about hero mode 2 is that it only unlocks once you've done a full playthrough of the base of like a regular game. So, and a lot of stuff from that file will carry over to this. So it does feel like I'm cheaping out a little bit with doing hero mode. So I don't know which one I should go with because I'm fine either way. Like I can do either mode. Like I've even done a hero mode playthrough on the Wii version, which by the way, I am playing on the Switch version mostly for presentation stuff. And also I still at that point where I can't exactly comfortably play any regular Wii games because of the way the sensor bar is and the way my recording setup is. I can't comfortably do it that way. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm going with the HD version. Plus, it's just an overall better version with a lot of quality of life improvements, so this is what I'm going with. Let's see. I think I'll just go with a regular playthrough. I'll go over the stuff involving hero mode another time, but yeah, for now, I'm just gonna do a regular playthrough. And as is tradition, can I do there? No, not mount. All right. As is tradition. Okay, D-pad, not use control stick. As is tradition, can name my file my dude. Let's get into it. Skyward Sword. Expect me to catch every minute possible in this game because I could definitely comfortably say it. Oh yeah, I love the antagonists in this game too. Rise, my dude. The time has come for you to awaken. You are fated to have a hand in a great destiny, and it will soon find you. The time has come for you to awaken. My dude. Wait, really? This one has your least favorite Zelda incarnation? Because I actually really like the Zelda in this one. Gotta love that bird. Hey, sleepyhead. I know how much you like to sleep in, so I'm guessing this letter will be your alarm clock this morning. Did I guess right? Rise and shine. Today's a wings ceremony. You promised to meet me before it starts. Remember? You better not keep me waiting. Zelda. Alright, so, okay. Just needed to get a little bit more used to the camera controls since this is different from how it is. Just wanted to make sure they were, like, inverted or not inverted. Just wanted to check. Best of Twilight Princess and Link to the Past Zelda. Link to the Past is #1 in my books. Not just for the looks. Yeah, I don't think there's really been a Zelda game where there's like a specific incarnation of Zelda that I've disliked. I think I've liked just about all of them, honestly. Alright, so let's see. Okay, it's giving me some tutorials. Gonna have to get used to that early on. Morning, my dude. So today's the wing ceremony. Are you ready? All I'm saying is everyone else is out practicing in the plaza, but you seem pretty relaxed about the whole thing. Of course, the Crimson Lock wing of yours is something special. I feel pretty confident riding him too. My bird won the last ceremony, but even I don't think he could beat that Red Terror of yours. Of course, a bird's true speed in a race always comes down to the skill of the rider. I'm something of a bird researcher around here, so, you know, if you ever find yourself in need of some bird expertise, come see old Pippet. One nice immediate thing that I like about the HD version is... Yeah, I actually like the personality of Zelda, and we'll kind of see later, I actually really like the relationship between her and Link in this game. I think they're actually pretty cute together. Anyways, one thing I kind of like about the HD version is that they actually put the names of the different NPCs you talk to, so that if you forget who they are, it can tell you instantly. I kind of like that minor change. Okay, so this is Instructor Owlin. Okay. Press up if you want to look at your surroundings, kind of do first-person view thing. Okay. And how did I never notice this for years? How did I not notice this? It's like one of those things kind of do use for like shipping people in classrooms. I can't believe I never noticed that for all these years. All right. So, gonna run around a little bit because I think over here, yes, I want to quickly do this. Morning, my dude. Today's the wing ceremony, right? If you ever fear of birds or bird puns, this game's not for you. Okay. Cheer you on. Guess this is the way it goes. Go ahead and wow them. See. Gonna throw this, or alternatively, roll it like a bowling ball. But I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna do your job for you, buddy. I know you're supposed to take this over to the lady. Almost everybody's name is bird related. Yeah, I know. It's pretty cute actually. I kind of like it. All right. And also, this is the first Zelda game to actually introduce the stamina wheel that would become a regular thing in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which makes sense as it's developed by the same people. Like, it's all Monolith Soft that did both Skyward Sword as well as Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So, kind of makes sense that a lot of elements from those kind of carried over. Okay, so run around a little bit and touch your fletch again. No, it's not much, but here's half the pay the old lady offered me to do that. Get a nice 20 rupees out of that. Pretty nice. Money is not the most relevant thing in this game, but it's still pretty handy for a couple things. And toilet. Please look away as I do my business. There we go. Okay, that'll be done. It even flushes. I love that detail so much. In fact, that's kind of the best way I can describe this game. It's the game of nice details. There's a lot of little minor things that, if you pay attention, you can actually find a lot of interesting and neat little things in the background that surprisingly either pop up within the game story or within the Zelda series as a whole. It's pretty nice. like, kind of a blink and you miss it. There's actually a detail in that little moment that kind of becomes relevant later. Okay, gyroscopes. There we go. Okay. But yeah, there's little details like in the background that if you played this game before, you might recognize them in later story elements. It's kind of nice. They saved all the seriousness for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You say that, and yet your big prize for getting all of the Koroks is a piece of poop. All right, because as much as people like to say, "Oh, this is a really serious series," no, even the most serious entries in the series have at least one or two really goofy elements to them. Like, I've already pointed out a lot of the goofy stuff in Twilight Princess, even though that's the more serious, more epic story. I pointed out all the silly little stuff about it, but. I take my poo very seriously. Good morning to you, my dude. Today is finally the day of the long-awaited ring ceremony. Are you feeling ready? Oh, I just remember, there's something I'd like to ask you about. Target me and we can have a quick chat. Ooh. Excellent. Always remember, you can target someone to chuck them easily. And even when there isn't anything to target, it's a convenient way to quickly face your view forward. Okay. Can I just say that I wish that every like 3D game, especially ones that have a lot of action to them, had this feature, like the ability to just quickly change the camera forward. Like, so many 3D platformers and 3D action games would be so much better if they had this implemented. So what are you up to? Rushing to get some last minute bird riding practice this morning, my dude. Oh. And someone to meet. Zelda's ready for you, is she? Perfect timing then. You see, Zelda's father, Headmaster Gebora, has a pet named Mia. Well, she's got right off again. Look. Over there, do you see her? Headmaster's so busy working with Zelda preparing for the ceremony. I don't think Xenoblade even have that, but I can't remember. Xenoblade doesn't really have that option. Like, if it is, it's very rarely used. And the game doesn't really tell you. Except in maybe a throwaway line or if you really go digging into the tutorials. Alright, so it's asking us to climb on the vines. And parkour! Okay, kind of shift the Joy-Cons over so I can quickly leap over. Vault myself up so I save a little bit of stamina. And shove this over. And there we go. Hi, kitty. Okay. Okay. So people like to complain about the motion controls, and I'll admit they don't always work, but strangely enough, oh, first of all, how cute is this little guy? Oh, he's so cute. Oh, or she, because I think Mia is a girl's name. Oh, she's so cute. So, as people like to complain about the motion controls in this game, and I'll admit, I do sometimes have problems with them. But strangely enough, most of them are with the Switch version. I rarely have problems with the Wii version's motion controls. Yeah, this is the HD version. But for whatever reason, I almost never have any problems with the motion controls in the Wii version. It's almost always the Switch version I have issues with the motion controls. And I don't know if it's just because the gyroscope is off or what, but it always tends to have problems whenever I'm playing the Switch version. Nice work, you brought her back safe and sound. Never used the motion controls. Yeah, I think a lot of people were really thankful for the button or the, like, stick controls that they added into the HD version, which, I mean, okay, it's fair, especially if you're not willing to really use the Joy-Cons or instead using like a Pro controller. But for my money, I actually do like the motion controls personally. Recalibrate your motion bar. There's no motion bar. Again, I'm playing on the Switch, so it's purely from the Joy-Cons and doing gyroscope stuff. Alright, so run over this way and we get a stamina fruit and... Call the tabloids! We found Elvis! Morning, my dude. How's life? Did you manage to get even a week of sleep last night? I attempted to use the motion controls, but couldn't figure out how to fly, so I switched to Pro Controller. Figured you must have been tossing and turning all night thinking about the big wing ceremony. What am I doing? Oh, just fixing this gate here. It's been squeaky lately, and we can't have that on the day of the ceremony. Have you already forgotten to send your prayers to the goddess this morning, have you? Just face the bird statue over there and say a short prayer to save your progress. Breath of the Wild needed the options to just use the sticks, because some trials forced you to use motion controls and made them harder than they needed to be. Yeah, I kind of wish that more games just kind of gave you options when it came to kind of the more gimmicky controls. Like, even Twilight Princess, even though you have the Wii version which forces you into the motion controls, you at least have the option to either play the GameCube or the Wii U version, which uses a standard controller for their stuff. So I kind of wish that more games had that kind of option. Right, let's go and meet with Zelda. Decent help. I keep finding more side quests in Xenoblade 3. Yeah. Sending help immediately. Hey, good morning, my dude. I'm glad to see my Loftwing got you out of bed. I was pretty sure you'd sleep in and forget to meet me this morning. But look at this instrument, and look at this outfit. They're mine to use today in the ceremony since I'll be playing the role of the goddess. Aren't they beautiful? Especially this instrument. They tell me it's just like the one the goddess was said to have in the legends. It sounds gorgeous too. I asked Father about it, and he said it's called a harp. And look at these clothes. I made this wrap myself, and we get to use it in today's ceremony. Between the harp and this outfit, I'm gonna make a great goddess today. I got you up early this morning because I wanted you to be the first to see me like this, my dude. So, how do I look? You look great, honey. Ha, I think so too. But it's nice to know you agree. Thanks, my dude. Ah, there you are, Zelda. Are you prepared for today's ceremony? Oh, hello, Father. Ah, my dude, you're here too. Outstanding. It's encouraging to see you up early, given your capacity for sleep. No doubt today's ceremony had you excited to close your eyes for once. Look at those glorious eyebrows. I am jealous. If you win today's ceremonial race, you'll get to participate in the post-race ritual with Zelda. So give it your best out there. Yes, about that. Father, I don't know if he can do it. Recently, my dude hasn't been practicing much at all for the ceremony. And even when he's out riding his Loftwing, he's just lazily gliding around, probably daydreaming. The eyebrows defy gravity. Link, never change, always be labeled as the guy who likes to sleep in. He's actually the most expressive Link in the series. I would probably lean more towards Wind Waker Link, but Skyward Sword Link is definitely a close second. And I think a good chunk of that is just how really good this art style is. Like, this is yet another example of, I kind of prefer style over realism when it comes to visuals in video games, because keep in mind, this game is turning 15 this year, and it still holds up visually. Like, even when you go back to the Wii version, it still looks pretty good for being 15 years old. No need to worry yourself, Zelda. Though you may have a point. Today's wing ceremony tests the skill of the rider as well as his bond to his bird. Victory will not come easily. And as you pointed out, I still haven't seen him practicing as hard as some of the other students. but you have known him since you were both very little. You should know better than to fret about him. You see, my dude and his Loftwing share a special connection. I've never seen anything quite like it. As you know, each of us in Skyloft is but one half of a pair. We are only made whole by our Loftwings, the guardian birds that the goddess bestows upon each of us as a symbol of her divine protection. When you're real different, you don't need to try as hard. When we are young, every one of us meets our Loftwing under the great statue of the goddess. It's quite a big moment, as I'm sure you'll recall. I wish Tears of the Kingdom gave us a Loftwing. We'll just have to make do with creating giant airplanes instead. The bird that came to him was a crimson Loftwing. It's a breed so rare, we were sure for some time that it had vanished from the line. Yes, and the boy and his bird seemed to share a profound connection from the moment they met. Do you recall when my dude and that Loftwing of his first met? What a sight. The little boy just hopped on that bird and gracefully flew away without even a moment of instruction. They were meant for each other. Also tried looking for remnants of the town. No luck. Oh. And judging by how jealous you were that day, I'd say the friendship he shared with that bird didn't go unnoticed by you, my dear. Ah, but who can blame you? I'm sure you weren't the only one envious of the powerful bond shared by my dude, his bird. Anyone who is a part of something special is bound to catch some nasty looks sooner or later. Hoo-hoo. Or should I say, hoot hoot? This contest is nothing to laugh at, Father. This ceremony is part of the final test for those training to become Knights of Skyloft. If my dude doesn't fly fast enough during the race... A friend of mine gave a theory that the islands in Skyward Sword are higher up than the Sky Islands in Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Especially considering that there's technically a cloud layer between Skyloft and the surface world. And we technically never see that barrier broken outside of like what's needed to actually enter the surface in this game. Honestly, it's almost as though you have become a completely different person when you worry about my dude. And heck, I've even given the theory that City in the Sky from Twilight Princess is actually just the remnants of Skyloft, and that the Oko are either descendants of the people from Skyloft or even descendants of the Loftwings, so I've kind of given that theory. Listen, my dude, you better fly your heart out today. At the very least, you need to squeeze in a little practice time before the race. Come on, you'll thank me later. Here we go. Go on now, jump off the edge and call your Loftwing. It's almost time for the ceremony, so try to practice seriously for once. Aren't all the Hylians just descendants of the Skyloft people? Yeah, the ones that did descend are the descendants, but you never know. There might be people that stay up there, and again, it's also possible that the Oko are descended from the Loftwings instead. Oh yeah, you can't sense your bird out there? Oh, I get it. You're trying to weasel out of having to practice. Nice try, but you're not fooling me. Off you go. Did that all with a smile on her face. This bird is sure taking a long time to get here. Something's wrong! Something if your closest friend is saying something's not right. Listen! Hey, look! Listen! Hang in there, my dude. I've got you! Are you two all right? I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to push you so hard. You didn't sprain your wing, did you? This is very odd, my dude. What could have possibly happened to your Loftwing? For a bird to ignore the call of its master, it's unheard of. And you still can't sense your bird nearby, eh, my dude? This is quite a problem, especially considering the wing ceremony is about to start. My dude, when you said you couldn't sense your loftwing, well, I should have believed you. I'm sorry. I need to tend to my own loftwing, so I'll catch up with you later. You better go on ahead and see if you can find where your bird is gone. Shoot, I'm late for class! My, how did it get to be so late? If I recall correctly, this year Instructor Horwell is presiding over the ceremony. My dude, you should go explain the situation to him and see if he's willing to delay the race a little so you can find your bird. But father, you're the headmaster of the academy. If my dude asks Instructor Horwell, he'll probably just come talk to you about it. Oh, quite true. As usual, you make an excellent point, my dear. Very well, I'll explain the situation to him myself. My dude, run along and tell Instructor Horwell to come see me in my quarters. So either way, I'm going to go talk to Instructor Horwell anyway. My dude, I'm going to attend to my bird and make sure he's not hurt. I'll catch up with you later. Go and see if anyone in town knows what happened to your loftwing. Since we're here, I might as well say that the loftwings are actually based off a real species of birds. They are based off of shoebills, which, can I say, are just terrifying in real life, especially when they clap their beaks together. It sounds like genuine gunfire. Don't worry, my dude. I'll be sure to explain your predicament to Instructor Horwell. Go find him and ask him to meet me in my quarters. While we chat, why don't you go ask some of the other students about your bird? I seem to recall a few of them were gathered near the plaza. Down at the south of Skyloft, that place with the X mark is the plaza. We're holding this wing ceremony there today. Have you read a map before? Press minus to open it. Okay, do that, and now the beeping is gone. Surely the person behind this would make a terrible knight of the academy. Yeah, what a loser that guy must be. Okay, so you are not Horrell. I think he's inside. But first, let's talk to this knight. Karain. Don't men open doors for lady anymore? How long are we supposed to stand here waiting for a little chivalry? Oh, it's you, my dude. Say, you look all flustered. Did something happen? What? You can't find your loftwing? Don't know what to tell you. Been here at school the whole time. Hurry and get through the door. No? Okay. Guess Link is not as chivalrous. Alright. And also, over here is a bath. It's just a straightforward bath. So yeah, we could just kind of take a little dip, move a little slower in it. But more importantly, is pottery we need to smash, because even though we're not quite clad in green, pottery is still my natural enemy. Alright, so I need to go, I think, to the classroom downstairs. But I think we can also go through... Wait, maybe no, he's not in there. Okay. So he is down in the classroom, but hey, it's Zelda's room, and we can't get in. Yeah, I think the upstairs are the girls' dorms, and then downstairs is the boys. Along with upstairs being all the instructors and teachers. Which are the same thing, so I don't know why he said both of those. Let's see, there's my room. There's Groos's room. Okay, so now I need to talk to Horwell. Oh, this is Owlin. Oh, I guess Horwell was the guy on the top of the building. I know. I tend to mix up Owlin and Horwell a lot. That's always something I kind of mix up all the time. So I'll just go back up to the rooftop. And, I'm gonna give Link so many concussions by the end of this. He's gonna barely remember what day it is. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if he forgets his name by the end of this. Good luck, Link. Get more brain trauma. What's wrong, my dude? You look a little pale. What? Your Lothwing is missing. That'll make me so shocked that I almost opened my eyes. But not yet. Soon. You're gonna start looking for him now? How will you make it back inside the fight in the ceremony? Looks like your participation in the ceremony hinges on whether or not you can find that bird in time. Oh, I like you already. I see, so the headmaster has summoned me. Alright then, I'll go speak with him immediately. Still owe you for helping me out earlier, so don't worry about the ceremony for now. You focus on finding your Lothwing. This is Bridget. Okay, so... I think I'm supposed to go ahead and ask around a little bit more, so... I'll go back into... Fun fact, you can eat the cat. Yeah, I already know that. I was gonna show that off the next time I encountered one of the little remlets, which are what those things are called. They're called remlets. But But yeah, that is something you can do. So that means... Oh, I knew it. Huh? Oh, nothing. Really, I was, talking to myself. You know, like I do. Fledge, you got some explaining to do. Yeah, I think remnants are their official names. Like, you can actually, later on, we'll actually get the ability to actually identify different things. But I currently don't have access to it, but we will eventually. All right, Pippet, what? Your Lothwing will come when you call it. You know, I've never heard of any of this ever happening before. But a good senior never hangs an underclassman out to dry. Go to the plaza, ask people. All right, looks like we're going to the plaza. So probably would have been faster to go out one of those. They're called remlets, yeah. So run by and hooray, Elvis! Elvis, you were supposed to open the door by this point, buddy. Is something wrong? What's the big hurry? What? Your Lothwing's missing? I just saw him. Groos's bird was chasing off after your feather fella. Which way? I think, well, to be honest, I don't really know where that went. One of them's named Mia. Yeah, that was the one that I rescued off the rooftop earlier. And, oh, there's the door that's open. Okay, Elvis was useless. Okay, let's go down. And yes, I know his name's not Elvis, but let's face it, he is Elvis. He looks too much like him. Hold on, my dude. Yes, my dude. Could you help me with something? You look horrifying. Like, I thought some of the kids in Twilight Princess looked terrifying. You take the cake, kid. A sky stag beetle. Wait up! And you get a little bit of extra money. Hopefully to help with the surgery after all the brain trauma I'm gonna go through. All right, let's see, what do you say? Hey, my dude, how's it going? Wing ceremony's about to begin, right? Remember when Pippet won the last one, right at the last second? It was so close. Now that was a race. Hey, your Crimson Lothwing will be in the race, right? Looking forward to seeing what he can do. Personally, didn't like her, so I feel like the devs just tried to. Nah, in my opinion, this is probably the best character in the game. Course it was. You thought a big Crimson Lothwing like that was gonna go down without a fight. But we got him, and I don't care how tough these birds are supposed to be. He's not getting out of that pen anytime soon, boys. Whoa, my dude, so, yeah, just how long have you been standing there? Yeah, this theme song is awesome, I love him. What's your problem anyway? Oh wait, I got it. You're here to talk about today's race. I can see it in those dopey eyes of yours. They're pleading, oh, Groose, can you please fight in your heart to let me win today, please? He's gonna be disqualified from the contest for what he did, right? I feel like he should, but speaking of Gorons, I'm surprised you only see one. Yeah. But then again, there are plenty of Zelda games where actually, the more I think about it, has there ever been a Zelda game where Gorons never appeared in? Aside from like the original top-down stuff? Because, yeah, ever since they were introduced, I think there's always been at least one Goron in every Zelda game. Look at the character that slowly gave birth to fucking You're just desperate to win so you can get some alone time with Zelda up on the statue of the goddess at the end of the ceremony. Well, sorry, pal. Groose doesn't do charity for wimps. My advice, work hard and wish with all your heart. You might even come in second. Say, come to think of it, how come I don't see your bird? Where's that scruffy pile of red feathers? I can't imagine what could have happened to him. Do you think his tiny brain got confused by all the clouds and got lost? Nice hair! You lay off my due right now or I'll flatten you. Everyone knows I've got the slickest pompadour in town. You know, we're all getting tired of how you never let anyone forget you and Zelda go way back. You've been friends since you were kids. Big deal. It doesn't change the fact that you float through life with your head in the clouds. Wouldn't you wake up, straighten up, and grow a backbone already? Pretty sure he's the only one in the game with the pompadour. No, it's Lothwing also has a pompadour. Like, he has a matching pompadour. It's actually really funny. Dopes like you are dragging our honored academy through the mud. And just who might you be talking about, Groose? Oh, Zelda, hey, nah, it's, Don't even try it, Groose. You're picking on my dude again, aren't you? He's a student at the academy, like all of us. No. Well, why do you insist on bullying him around so much? Yeah, I suppose, You suppose? Suppose what? I suppose. Forget it. I wasn't supposing anything, okay? Okay, we're out of here, boys. Later, my dude. Hope you find your bird, or else you're gonna have to sit out today's race. That could be a major setback towards knighthood, so find that bird or get real used to the taste of failure. It's your special flavor. It's kind of hard to see it, but Groose's Loftwing does have a pompadour. In fact, all three of like Groose's gang, all three of their Loftwings match the hairstyles of their riders. Hate to say it, but I'm beginning to suspect that those blockheads had something to do with their Loftwing's disappearance. My dude, those guys aren't going to help us find your bird, so we better get searching. I'll fly around Skyloft to see if I can spot any trace of your bird. Father said he talked to Instructor Horwell about delaying the start of the wing ceremony, so don't worry, we'll find your bird in time. Alright, so now we can just kind of run around a little bit and talk to these guys. Your Loftwing is missing? It's terrible. I was looking forward to seeing that red blur streak through the sky. No, I haven't seen him. Why don't you look for him by the statue of the goddess? You'll have a good view of the whole town from way up there. Yeah, it's that spot where we initially met up with Zelda. Alright, so I think what I need to do is... I think I need to eventually go back to the Knight Academy, so... kind of run around, or... Wait, maybe I'm supposed to Because I already know where my Loftwing is. It's just over there in that cave over yonder. So I'll just go ahead and run up to it, see what happens. If not, then I know I need to go back to the Night Academy. My bird senses are tingling. Alright, and there's no way to get past that without swords, so... Talk to you real quick. Look at this thing. Who knows how long this statue's been here? It only has one eye. Poor thing. Probably noticed, but you can press up to look around. And indeed, this thing only has one eye. Along with a little gem with what looks like part of the Triforce bird. Okay, so hop down. Yeah, that's my fault. I stabbed the eye out. Alright. Pumpkin equal money. Let's see, got 61 rupees. Again, money isn't too... He looked at me weird. He gave me the stink eye, did he? Alright. All that. And... Hi, me dude. This house belongs to Kukio. Psst. By the way, that's me. I'm gonna go play with my special friend today. It's gonna be so much fun. Okay, you more than make up for the ugly design of the other kid. You're cute. I like you. Oh, what's up, my dude? You seem to be in a hurry. What's this about your bird? Oh, that unusual crimson loftwing. Have I seen him? Sorry, I haven't. Why don't you go look for him by the statue of the goddess? You'll have a good view of the whole town from way up there. See, run around and near these heart flowers. If you're playing hero mode, these things will not spawn whatsoever. Once got all three remlins together in one spot, it took a strict job. Yeah, that sounds pretty cute, actually. So break that, and I'll have to remember that this bug was underneath one of the pots for later. Okay, so I need to run up, and I think I need to go... Yes, over here. Hey, my dude! Over here! I have some information about your Loftwing. Come over here. Parkour! Hey, my dude, I was just looking for you. You gonna get the Hylian shield before the final boss? Yeah, I'll get it before the final fight. Get this, when I asked Fledge what he knew, he started acting weird. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to tell you, but if Gruz found out I told you... Sounds like Gruz forced him to keep quiet about it. Go on. Tell him the truth. Just a little while ago, when I was cleaning the dining hall, Gruz and his buddies came in. They didn't notice I was there and started talking about their plan to hide your Loftwing. I wanted to warn you, but just as I tried to sneak away, Gruz and his gang grabbed me. They said if I told you, they'd make sure I'd never be able to ride a bird ever again. Sounds like Gruz and his buddies had a plan to capture your bird and hide him near a waterfall. Yeah, I already know where it is. I already found a bird. I can't help being such a coward. I'm really sorry. No worries. I know how to discipline you. Welcome to the sword training hall. Hey. Hey, Aegis. Hey, so you want to get in some sword practice even though today's the wing ceremony? I'm impressed. Sword's in the back room. Go on back there and get it. It'll be for a short while, but so if there's anything you don't understand about handling a sword, go ahead and ask. Right. I got the thing. Got a practice sword. Has a fairly sharp blade, but it does very minimal amount of damage. See, this is the gear. the gear menu and kind of swipe it along by just flicking the wrist. And you can see different things. And now we get into probably one of the more divisive elements about Skyward Sword. Yes, because you have to do this thing in order to move on. You can't just take the sword out. Alright. So it's telling us about different sword techniques that we can do. Because the sword fighting in this game is one-to-one with your Joy-Cons or Wiimotes or whatever you're using. Like, it will follow along with your hand. And a lot of people don't really like this because people either complain that it makes their arms too tired or it just desyncs a little too much. And, well, I have two solutions to both of those. And I have solutions to both of those problems. For the desyncing, literally, you can do either quickly sheath and just pull it out again. You'll usually reset it. Or if you're playing the HD version, pressing Y will instantly reset your gyro. So I'm pointing up, but if I press Y, it'll treat it as though it's in a neutral position. So I can literally have the sword be in any position I want. And B, for the arms being too tired, literally just use your wrist. I'm barely moving my arm. My arm is literally just resting on my computer, on my chair arm, on my armrest, on my computer chair. I'm literally just flicking my wrist and it's more than enough. Plus, you can also get way faster results with the... You can also get much faster sword attacks with just kind of flicking with your wrist. Like, okay, after I do the spin attack... Alright, do a fatal blow, yeah. Alright, when your enemy is down... Slash and down. That's the way. Alright. So, okay, yeah. Enemies won't stay down forever. So, kind of to demonstrate how fast I can be with the sword by just flicking around my wrist. I keep in this thing in constant motion when it otherwise wouldn't if I used my full arm. Okay. But yeah, just use your wrist. You can get a lot of really fast attacks out of it, and combat is a breeze because of it. Alright. Hey, my dude! You can't take swords outside of the sparring hall. What do you think you're doing sneaking out with that? What? Your love ring's missing. You wanna go look for it? Well, I guess I could make an exception just this once. But remember that Skyloft is a peaceful place. Only knights carry swords. So I don't want you swinging it around like crazy out there. Don't want to get in a ton of trouble over this. So here's the deal. Make sure you get plenty of practice on these logs first. And once you get outside with that sword, only use it when you absolutely have to. Got it? Okay. Now, if you excuse me, I've got some people I gotta chop. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so has this unlocked yet? No, okay. Something eventually unlocks in that little spot, but I guess I have to get through the prologue in order to do that. Alright. Get it just on the edge when it comes to the stamina wheel so I can not run out of breath and slow down for a brief amount of time. What normal enemy do you hate the most in this game? That is a good question. I'd say probably the bokoblins that wield the electric swords. Or really any enemy that wields electricity. Okay, so hop across. And there we go. So I'll need to slash and gains me access to this. The Waterfall Cave. And our first enemy, Keith. They all require only 2 hits to die, and they're pretty easy to take out. And you got a monster claw. And thank goodness they fixed a major problem with the Wii version and the HD version. Because if I saved and quit with the Wii version and picked up another Monster Claw, it would re-explain it to me over and over again. I like to call them the redundant explanations, or rather, I call them that because of Chuck Conroy's Let's Play, which made a running joke out of it. But whatever, it's still the same thing. It's still an annoying aspect of the Wii version that thankfully they had the good sense to fix in the HD version, where it gives you the explanation once and only re-explain it when you open it up in a treasure chest. Gamechops also made a running joke out of it in their playthrough. Oh, really? I actually didn't watch Gamechops play Skyward Sword. I've seen them play stuff like Sonic 06, and a few other things, but I didn't watch their Skyward Sword playthrough. Okay, so slash. So I heard money drop somewhere. Oh, there it is. Wow, that money flew far. Okay, slash. Yeah, I know I can find them on YouTube. Heck, I might even go check it out afterwards. After the stream, maybe. Okay, hop up here, and there's a chest. With more money! So now I'm up to 90 rupees. Okay, hop down, and there's another keys as well as choo-choos. I didn't acknowledge them earlier. Again, they kind of go, they pretty much die on one hit unless they fuse with another choo-choo. Okay, so vault up with a little bit of parkour. And I think over this way, yes! Little crawling space with 40 rupees. And I'm just gonna ignore these guys. I think I have enough monster claws for what I need. Though, surprised I didn't get a jelly blob out of any of the choo-choos. That's normally the most common monster drop in the entire game. Hey! My dude! Hey, my dude. I was hoping I'd find you here. I heard you gone searching for your bird around the waterfall, so I thought I'd fly around and help you look. How's your search going? Any sign of your Loftwing? Oh no. Well, let's not lose hope yet. There's a place up ahead that Groose and his gang are always hanging around. Maybe we'll find something there. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling for me? Oh, sorry, my dude. I got distracted for a moment. Let's go. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, she just follows you around. Ocarina of Time finale. The clearly less, not quite as high stakes. Look, there he is. No doubt about it, that's your Loftwing. All for you! Okay, you seem to be slashed in a certain direction. Okay. And cut that, and slash. And off he flies. We should hurry, my dude. Now that your Loftwing's free, you should fly to the ceremony. But before you go, I have something to ask you. I heard of this voice a few moments ago. Did you hear it too? It's been happening a lot lately. It's the strangest feeling. Almost like someone is calling out to me. Have you ever wondered what's beneath the clouds? Some say it's an empty, barren place, or even that there's nothing at all below. But I have this feeling that they're wrong. Some of Father's old texts talk about a place called the Surface. The old tales describe a whole world under there, far more vast than Skyloft. Thing is, no one's ever been down there to see it, and our loft wings won't fly you through the cloud barrier. But I can't help imagining the wild things that might be waiting below. Someday, I want to see for myself. Oh, sorry, my dude. We don't have time to talk. Let's get going. Look, your bird's waiting for you. Just leap out the edge and press down. Don't worry about falling. Your bird will catch you for sure this time. By the way, if you wait forever, it'll just let you fall endlessly. The game will basically make you float in place until you actually press down. Alright, so now we're flying around. And I don't have my speed boost quite yet. Alright, dude, let's run your bird through basics just to make sure he's not hurt. You can fly your bird in any direction. When it's headed upward, it'll slowly lose speed. When you want to speed up, direct your bird upward to gain altitude, then drop into a fast dive. So again, gain some altitude, then dive to speed up. Those are the basics of getting your bird to top speed. So, how's he handling? Do you think he's fine all right? So, I have a little bit of a story about kind of flying around with loft wings, and it involves the wing ceremony. So, but I guess I can wait until we actually get to the wing ceremony itself, because it's kind of funny to think about it. But I'll just say this, I did not really get the controls with the loft wing and flying around at first. And it led me to being stuck on this part of the game for hours. Okay, pressing X to charge, and then you can slow down with B, though slowing down almost never is helpful. Like, I almost never use the slowdown feature. Alright. So, flap around, and I'm gonna dive down, gain some ultimate speed, and... well, that's a huge relief. Don't know how about you, my dude, but your loft wing looks like he's flying great. Father and the others are probably worried about your bird, so let's go get them the good news. This is your favorite boss in the game, Coloctos. Hands down, Coloctos. The loft wing really is amazing, especially considering everything the poor guy has been through this morning. I'm gonna fly back and tell Father what happened. Well, if it isn't my dude. Word around the plaza is that you found that dumb bird of yours. Well, that's great, because you and your dumb bird can't tell time. All the pre-race warm-ups me and the guys did were for nothing. Now I'm all stiff. We've been waiting forever for the race to start, and they delay it for you. I don't get it. The big flake gets special treatment. You're almost a man, and yet you still can't get to seem to go anywhere without Zelda. I bet you can't even decide what to have for lunch on your own, huh? And don't think we haven't noticed the smug looks. Ooh, Zelda and I are best friends. We go everywhere together. Ugh. You think you're pretty suave, don't you? Well, don't you? This has been going on forever about he's gonna be the one to be with Zelda. He's really got his paw in the ruffle about her. I hate to break it to you, but today's the day I bust up this adorable little fantasy land you're living in. Zelda's playing the role of the goddess at today's ceremony, and I'm gonna be the one to claim that sailcloth. When I heard that she made it herself, man, no way was I gonna let some scrawny clown snatch that prize from me. Really, my favorite boss in the game was the one with the swords. Yeah, that's Coloctos. Oh yes, that sailcloth, Zelda's sailcloth will be mine. Oh man, I bet she was thinking about me when she was ditching it. Yep, I can see it now. First I win the big race, then Zelda and I finish the ceremony together on the ceremony, just the two of us. It'll be our special moment alone. Nobody is stopping me and Zelda from having our moment. Oh, it's so real. I can see it. Oh, yeah. Bruce? Psst, Bruce, behind you. Right behind you. What? Can't you see I'm in the middle of... Care to explain just what you meant by our special moment alone? Nothing big really, just, oh my dude, yeah, I was just telling my buddy here how glad I, was he found that red bird of his. Boy, am I looking forward to a fair race. Also, with the fact that this game trains you how to use the bird, you don't really spend too much time in the bird outside of traveling from location to location in a single boss fight. Yeah. But it's more the mistakes I made during the wing ceremony are just kind of two dumb things that I never really picked up on. As well as one thing that the game never really told me about. Anyway, later Zelda, look for me during the race. I'll be the one pulling off all the dangerous moves. Hey, Bruce, wait up! Did you hear that, guy? A fair race? Yeah, chances of that happening are just about less than zero. Either way, don't let those fools get you down, my dude. Just get out there and fly the best you can. I know you got these guys beat. And deep down, I think you do too. Us alone? Come on, my dude, try to focus for once. Wing ceremony will now begin. Participating students, please assemble. Looks like it's race time. Good luck, my dude. Wow, I didn't realize Loftwing farts were so pretty.
Hey!
Your attention, please. At last, we are ready to begin the wing ceremony. I was beginning to worry we'd have to proceed without my dude, but luckily that is no longer a concern. I'm glad you could all make it. Before we start, I'll explain the rules for today's competition. I have attached a small statuette to this bird, who I will then release to the skies. On my signal, dash from the starting line and dive off the ledge. Once you are in the air, mount your Loftwing. Remember to call your bird promptly with down once you dive off the edge. Whoever catches the bird and claims the statuette will be this year's champion. Those are the rules. Simple enough, I should think. But do you need to hear them again? Excellent. As you well know, today's champion will graduate to the next class, bringing him one step closer to knighthood. He will also receive a gift from the young woman chosen to play the role of the goddess in this year's ritual. Today is a special day for many reasons, but it's also the 25th anniversary of our fine institution. Also kind of a reference to Skyward Sword being the game to come out during Zelda's 25th anniversary. To celebrate the occasion, today's champion shall also receive his gift high atop the statue of the goddess. I hear the young woman performing the role of the goddess this year has crafted the gift herself. And as you all well know, the role of the goddess this year will be performed by the lovely Zelda. Let's see your finest flying out there. Show me just how hard you've been practicing. Also, I want to see good, clean flying. Anyone caught interfering with other riders will answer to me. That goes double for you, Bruce.
Hey!
All right, gentlemen, line up. At my command, the competition will begin. And now for a recreation of what my first playthrough was like.
Hey!
Go! I didn't realize you needed to actually dash off the cliff, so I didn't start off the competition correctly. And it also led me to just constantly fall off the cliff and not be able to even start doing the wing competition. All right, and then the other thing that kind of happened that almost screwed me over when it comes to this, I didn't realize you needed to flap in order to ascend. So I was constantly on the bottom of the, I was constantly riding on the top of the clouds constantly on my first playthrough. And I was unable to get this bird. because it's constantly higher up. So yeah, that was me being stupid on my first playthrough. Oh, frames, yeah. I think I might have had internet issues there for a second. All right, so now I need to approach this loft wing, which, okay. Flap, and, okay, almost got it. Okay, got it. Hey, don't you know this is my day to get all the glory? This is the part where I get my own motion controls. Yeah, you heard him. Let's see how you fly with egg on your face. Does this mean that they're throwing their birds on board children at us? I mean, it doesn't hurt me, but I don't know how these birds feel having their onboard children be thrown at me. All right, dive down, and also, am I the only one that thinks that the icon thing for the golden bird kind of looked like a monkey at times? Like, let me slow down and kind of give a better view of the symbol. You can take as much time as you need with this. But yeah, doesn't that icon look a little bit more like a monkey than a bird with it being front facing? Am I the only one that thought that? All right, so almost. Okay, so dive. Nope, I can see it. Yeah. Where? This is the longest it's ever taken for me on a serious content, with the exception of my first playthrough, to actually complete this. Come on, there we go. Normally, I'm able to do this in like less than a minute. You got the bird statuette. It proves your victory today. Wait till Zelda sees it. Yeah, normally it takes me less than a minute to complete the wing ceremony. I think that's the longest it's ever taken for me to complete it, with the exception of my first playthrough. Well, you just about broke my loft wing's back, but at least you're safe. Don't worry, I'm fine. Great flying, my dude. Congratulations. Now we better get on with the ceremony. My dude, hand me that bird statuette you grabbed in the race. I must offer it to the goddess. Great goddess, guiding light and protector of our people, grant us your mercy, your blessing and mercy, as I act in your stead during the ceremony. Valiant youth, who grasped victory at the celebration of the bird folk, in accordance with the old ways, I now bestow the blessings of the goddess upon you. The blessing of the goddess drift down from the heavens aloft the sail, which I now pass to you. You killed the mood. You got the sailcloth. Now you can jump from any height without fear of a painful landing. It smells nice too. My dude, quit goofing. This is supposed to be a sacred ritual, remember? You know, they say that the goddess gave the sailcloth to her chosen hero long ago. Of course, the one you're holding isn't the same one. I've been working hard to finish making the sailcloth in time to give it to today's champion. I'm really glad I got to give it to you. We all know what Bruce would do. Oh, I don't want to think about that. No, I don't want to think about that. Make sure you take good care of it, okay? Thanks for making it up here to do this with me today. Like you promised, my dude. Now, we really should finish this up. You do know what happens at the end, right? Uh-oh. And just what are you thinking? Don't be silly, this is your big moment! You have to jump off the statue! To all the women in the audience, is being shoved off a cliff considered flirting? Look down, you see that big round design in the courtyard below? To finish the ceremony, you need to drop down right into the center of it. Leap off the edge here. Right before you hit the ground, press ZR to open up your sailcloth. Just how brave of you, if you're really fearless, you waited to the last second to use your sailcloth, so ready to jump? This is a bad idea! Let's go! I love doing that every playthrough. Oh boy, I see you messed up your landing. Remember, once you dive off the edge, you can control the angle of your fall by tilting your body. I bet you're ready to try again, aren't you? I won't push you this time, so take the leap when you're ready. Just dash off the edge to jump into a dive. Oh, and don't forget that you've got to land in the middle of the round design in the courtyard below. What's this Zelda shoving you off cliffs? Oh, I wonder. But this also gives us a rare opportunity to actually talk to Zelda, when you otherwise couldn't up on the statue. As well as take a look at this statuette, because again, you almost never get to be on top of the statue. So get to gyroscope. There we go. Yeah, you can kind of just look at the little statue. It's cute. It's very cute. All right, so it's telling me about the help feature. Okay. For real, let's actually dive down. And let's play a little game of chicken. See how close I can get to the... Just before the end. Just before the end. That was perfect. You're amazing, my dude. You know, my dude, seeing as how you won today, and with the weather being so nice, you think maybe you'd like to, go fly around the clouds together? My dude? Hey, my dude! Today was amazing, watching you win the race and performing the ritual together. I'll always remember this. It really was wonderful. You know, my dude, I always pick my dude because of a funny meme text that I found a long time ago where it makes everybody sound like a perpetually high person. So I'm just like, I can just make this into a good running joke for every Zelda game I play. Heck, I even went a little further with it when I played Twilight Princess and I named my horse Mary Jane. Just for the joke. I love it. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. What is that? What's going on? My dude! My dude. I am waiting for you. The time has come for you to awaken. You are vital to the mission of great importance. My dude. Evil avocado! You're awake. When your left wing carried you back, you were limp and unconscious. I feared the worst. Fortunately, you don't appear to have any serious injuries. For that much we can be grateful. But, my dude, where's Zelda? She was with you, was she not? What's happened to my daughter? Hopefully my hands are good at explaining things, because clearly there's nothing coming out of my mouth. A black tornado, you say? That was no ordinary storm. You must not push yourself. You're still recovering. Tell me, when you saw Zelda today, did anything seem off? I see. She was talking about the surface then. And you've been having dreams about a great mission. How interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. I was lost in thought there for a second. It's all very strange, but I doubt there's much of a connection between these things. I'm concerned for Zelda, but so long as she's with her left wing, I'm sure she'll be fine. Either way, daybreak has yet to arrive. It would be very difficult to spot one girl and her bird in the dark of night. It would be very dangerous. She kept pushing me off the edge, not sure what that was about. Rest now, my dude. Zelda's going to be fine. She's out there alive. I know it. And now for one of my favorite pieces of music in the game. Well, first... Yay, money! Okay. Now, let's listen. Fi's theme is one of my favorites, and say what you will about Fi, but at least can't deny her music's amazing. And also, Cat is evil at night. Okay, runs off, and pick up at... Oh, look at how angry he is. Alright, bye. And yep, it just kind of flaps its ears as it makes its way back up to the island. And you'll just kind of float until it lands on the ground, and it'll come and attack me again. Okay, so first grab this, get some money. And, okay, so if they believe there's nothing beyond the clouds, what do they think happens if they go beyond the clouds? Probably endure some sort of storms, is my best guess. Since there's the giant thunderhead, and that thing is supposed to be just chock full of storms, and nobody ever really dares go towards it. So that's probably my best guess. Or maybe it runs on the same logic as, like, Wind Waker, where, with the whole Great Sea and how nobody really seems to go beyond the edges of the map. So, I don't know. Okay. So, hop over and vault my way up. And they multiply. And finally get one of these. A jelly blob. It may look like a boring wad of gunk, because it is. Alright, so run over and climb up. And the door is opened. Run in, and we're inside the statue of the goddess. The one chosen by my creator. I have been waiting for you. You will play a role in a great destiny. According to your social customs, I should provide you with my personal designation. Phi is the name I was given. I was created for a single purpose, long before the recorded memory of your people. I must aid you in fulfilling the great destiny that is your burden to carry. Come, you must take up this sword. As the one chosen by my creator, it is your destiny. The strange dreams troubling your sleep, my sudden appearance, uncertainty surrounding the fate of the one you hold dear. Under the circumstances, it is only logical that you would exhibit some apprehension. To minimize your uncertainty, allow me to share some information. My projections indicate that this information has a high probability of altering your current emotional state. The one you seek, Honorable Zelda, is still alive. And this spirit maiden, the one you call Zelda, is another chosen one fated to be part of the same great mission. Therefore, should you wish to meet with your friend, I highly recommend you take up this sword before you set out to search for her. Does that information invigorate you? Are you ready to accept this sword? It seems that further persuasive measures will not be required. In the name of my creator, draw the sword and raise it skyward. No thanks, this is all a little too weird for my taste. Yeah, you could totally leave and ignore this if you wanted to. Of course, you can't do anything else until that point, until you actually draw the sword, but you can leave. All right. You got the Goddess Sword. This mysterious sword is bathed in divine light. Recognition complete, Master. My dude. My master. My dude! I've had my suspicions, but until now I wasn't sure. Yet, here we are in the Chamber of the Sword, the very place where it was foretold the youth of legend would one day appear. It is said that this place was left to our people by the goddess herself. The very knowledge of this room's existence is a secret passed down to a select few each generation, along with a handful of words. When the light of the goddess's sword shines bright, the great apocalypse will awake from its long slumber. Do not fear, for it is then that a youth, guided by my hand, shall reveal himself in a place most sacred. It started days ago. The sword that I've kept secret all these years, it began to give off a faint, otherworldly light. At first I was sure I was seeing things, but here alone with the sword, there was simply no other explanation. I never dreamed the prophecy of the legend would come to pass in my lifetime. The words I have sworn to keep secret are coming true before my very eyes. The youth will be guided by one born of the blade, one who is also youthful in likeness, yet wise with knowledge immeasurable. Ah yes, the oral tradition, one of the least reliable methods of information, retention, and transmission. It appears that critical sections of the passage have been lost over the generations. The youth who draws forth the guiding sword shall be known as the goddess's chosen hero, and it is he who possesses an unbreakable spirit. He shall be burdened with the task of abolishing the shadow of apocalypse from the land. Such is his destiny. With the spirit of the blade at his side, he shall soar over the clouds and plummet below. And, united with the spirit maiden, shall bring forth a piercing light that resurrects the land. Some of Father's old texts talk about a place called the Surface. The old tales describe a whole world below, far more vast than Skyloft. Master, you must embark on a great journey beneath the clouds to the vast realm of the Surface. It is only through this journey that you can fulfill the mission set before you by my creator, the goddess. It is also the only method available for you to reunite with Spirit Maiden, Honorable Zelda. This is no easy task, my dude. The world below is a forsaken place, and to reach it you must pierce the cloud barrier below. In living memory, no one has ever done this. This tablet will illuminate a path through the clouds to the land below. Take it and place it within the altar behind me. You got the Emerald Tablet. Master, the first thing you must do is hit the crest sitting in this room with a skyward strike. These blasts are formed of pure energy that charges within your blade when you lift it skyward. Once you have charged your blade, face the crest and swing your sword to send out a powerful skyward strike. Okay, so do that and thrust it forward with a beam. Yeah, there's actually a lot of alternative things you can do with the Skyward Strike, and it's actually kind of fun to experiment with them. But yes, the Goddess Sword does double damage compared to the Training Sword, with the exception of the Skyward Strike, which does the same amount of damage as the Training Sword. Master, my dude, it is done. Until now, a cloud barrier created by the goddess has separated the world you know from the one below. Tablet you placed in that altar has opened a small rift in the barrier. You can use it to travel through the clouds to the realm below. I have recognized you as my master, and so it is my duty to follow you wherever you may go. I reside within your sword and will accompany you in your travels. Press down to summon me whenever you require my assistance. My dude, listen a moment. Nature of this great apocalypse mentioned in the old text is a complete mystery to me. But whatever it turns out to be, it seems that both you and Zelda have big roles to play in the destiny of this land. Just think, if what this Fi says is true, Zelda is alive and no doubt coming to terms with whatever it is the goddess has in store for her. Should you heed the call of destiny, I don't know what dangers you may have to face, my dude, especially down there. But if you've decided to brave the unknown, please find my daughter and bring her back to me. What we've seen here today defies explanation, but it is only the start of your adventure. Please see it through and prove the legends true. I'm sorry, my dude. I know it's a heavy load to shoulder, but you're the only one who can bear its weight. Dawn is drawing near. It's been a long night for both of us, hasn't it? You have a great journey before you, my dude. Those clothes, they don't look up to the task. The uniform you were to receive for winning the race should be ready by now. A sturdy uniform like that will prove much more suitable for a long journey. You'd better change before you go. That green uniform is what our knights will be wearing this year. To be honest, I've had my doubts about the color. But oddly enough, seeing you wear this uniform, I can't imagine a more fitting color for you. It's as though you were born to wear it. Take care on your journey, and be sure to stop by some of the shops at the bazaar here in town to equip yourself properly for the travels ahead. I will return to my quarters and see if I can glean more useful information from the ancient texts. You are always welcome to stop by if you have questions. You and Zelda shall be in my prayers. May the goddess watch over and guide you both. I hear your sparring instructor, the Knight Commander, also knows that you'll set off from Skyloft. He's concerned for you. Why don't you consider stopping by the sparring hall and speaking with him before you go? That's not really necessary because it's just gonna teach us about something that we're about to receive. Nothing useful in here. What do you mean? That bag that's hanging up would be more than useful. And by the way, Nintendo, please get around to making one of those like doll things of the loft wing. Please. I feel like that would be really handy. My dude. That green uniform looks so adventurous. You sure look like a knight now. Headmaster said you're heading out to look for Zelda. You're really something else. I could never imagine myself doing what you're about to do. I put in a lot of work into making this. You should take it with you. I got the thing! Got the adventure pouch. You can store all sorts of handy tools inside. Start off with just 4. It's an adventure pouch. It's for adventures. It's neat because you can fit 4 things in it that you'll need on your big journey. You can buy all kinds of things at the bazaar that you can put in this pouch. You should buy some potions and a shield. They fit in your pouch and they might come in handy on an adventure. My dude, I just know you'll find Zelda for us. Thanks, Fledge. Hey, it's just on the news. Out of all of us, how come only you got promoted to senior class? Talk about stupid calls. And on top of that, Bruce won't come out of his room and Zelda's missing. It's all your fault. Way to go there, buddy. Some senior class guy you are. Let's see if I can find Groos's room, because I want to show what that... Oh, here it is. But yeah, he's just kind of depressed. He's hanging in front of his mirror. And his pompadour's down. Oh, Zelda, this is your fault, you know. You can barely fly straight, and yet you somehow beat me in the race. Should have been me up there with... Should have been me up there with her that day. I guess now I'll just have to be the one to save her. Yeah, just face your mirror like a good boy. And oh my gosh, I want this feather. That is impressive. And let's see. There's this bed, which happens to be facing the direction of a picture of himself. You disturb me on a couple of levels there, buddy. And probably the most notable thing is a punching bag with Link's face on it. Gotta get his aggressions out somehow. Alright, so now I need to... I think I want to go upstairs and leave out the upper floors of the Knight Academy. Okay. Because I think... one of the instructor... Oh, there he is. No, he was on the bottom floor. Never mind. Hey! I heard the news. Zelda's fallen down through the clouds, and you're going to look for her. Is that right? Headmaster told me there's land beneath the clouds. Do you know anything about that? So that's the famous sword. But it won't do you much good if you don't have the shield to protect yourself with. Here, take this with you. I got a shield. This wooden shield breaks easily and can burn, but it does come with the benefit of it being immune to electrical attacks. Okay, if you want to equip a shield, press and hold R and just select it. And Aegis will teach us how to use it, but it's pretty simple and straightforward. Just thrust your left joystick in or have yet to beat this game. Yeah, it can be a sometimes difficult game, or it can be a little frustrating at times. Alright, anyways. Master, I have an update regarding the stone tablet and the resulting column of light it created. The column of light has appeared to the south of our location, and signs indicate that this has created an opening in the cloud barrier to the land below. I must also caution you that descending to the surface armed with only a sword would result in a decreased probability of survival. If you have not already done so, I would advise you to purchase a shield and potions at the bazaar in preparation for your journey. I am going to stop at the bazaar even though I already have a shield, because there are a few extra things I can pick up there that will be handy. And also, this is the first Zelda game to introduce shield durability, which would be expanded on it for better or for worse in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. My interest is shorter than the battery life in the Wiimote. Oh, that's a good joke, actually. Alright, so there's a couple of shops here in the bazaar. The first and probably the one you're going to be frequenting the most. Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome to the scrap shop. I can use the stuff you find to upgrade your gear and make it even stronger. Alright, so let's see. It's not a joke. No, but it is a good line. It is a good line. So you can do two different things. So you can either fix your shield if it gets damaged, which if you're like me, you're probably not going to be damaging it too much and only maybe occasionally get it dinged up. But the thing you're probably more interested in is upgrading gear. You got it. These are all the items you can upgrade. Okay. For upgrading the wooden shield to add more durability to it, I'll need 2 amber relics, which I'll get in the surface. Oh no! It just said a few seconds ago. It's fine. Okay. Next up is the check shop. Or item check. Basically, it's just your storage. If you have more space than your adventure pouch has, you can just store different things on here. Like, I can put my wooden shield in here if I want. Next up is this little shop. Ah, customer. Hello there, friend. My shop carries the finest products you'll find anywhere. Please take a moment for your senses to savor the wonderful treasures I have just prepared. All right, how do I buy? Oh, yes. Allow me to explain. All you need to do is to stand in front of my wares and press A to examine its beauty. Take your time and shop to your heart's delight. Mess with the storage shop girl during my playthrough. I'm gonna be really excited to do, because although I'm probably not gonna do full 100%, I am gonna show off a few choice side quests that I actually really like about this game. So here you can just kind of purchase different things you need, including getting more and more shields as the game progresses. Went back and forth a lot with her feelings. Alright. Hey, you there. Yes, you, the adorable man. Welcome to the potion shop. You can drink our potions when you're injured to fill up your hearts. Hey, you're one of those knights, aren't you? Or one in training, at least, Let me tell you, one look at you and I can tell you need my potions by the cauldron full. So, don't try to slink away without stocking up. Oh dear. I forgot to ask if you have an empty bottle on you. Just so you know, I can't sell you a potion if you don't have an empty bottle to pour it into. For some reason, I like you, though. So I'll give you a spare empty bottle that I've been keeping here in the stall. Oh, nothing. It's my little gift. You won't hear me say this often, but you can put other things besides potions in an empty bottle, so it's a useful thing to carry around. You got a thing. Got an empty bottle. If you ever get to the point where you can't fit any more stuff in your pouch because it's full, you can always drop items off the item check. So you have a couple of potions available to us. This green is, I believe, stamina potion, so it can quickly fill up your stamina gauge in case you ever need it. Red potions, I think, recover 6 hearts? Or maybe 8? 8, okay. It changes from Zelda game to Zelda game. You know, so you can use candles as a Wii sensor bar. Yeah, I already know about that. Okay, that potion is not ready for public consumption yet, but why is it out if it's not available for public consumption? That's just weird, lady. That's weird. Let's see, this potion is, yes, revitalizing potion. This is probably the most important one to have for the start of the journey, as it not only heals you, but it also fixes your shield. Though not quite as much as the red potion. In fact, if you're playing hero mode, I would highly recommend just picking up this potion because it'll be handy for later. Wonder how that works. Yeah, it is. I wonder about that too. This is Guardian Potion. It will reduce damage by half. Again, really handy if you're playing hero mode since you take double damage in hero mode. So this will essentially make it all damage be the same as it would be in a normal playthrough. But it's majorly expensive, clocking it at 200 rupees. And lastly, is the husband. Hello. Welcome to my humble little side business over here. I infuse the potions my wife sells with the new ingredients to increase their power. It's nothing really, just something I like to do. Do you have any potions you'd like me to infuse? In exchange for bugs, he will make potions have stronger effects. So, like with the red potion, it'll make it so that it'll increase the amount of hearts you'll heal. The stamina potion, if you upgrade it, will make it so that you basically have infinite stamina for a bit. Revitalizing potion will heal you even more, as well as I think increase the amount that it'll repair shields. But you really only care about, I don't know how to activate it. Hero mode is unlocked upon completing at least one full playthrough of the main, of like a regular playthrough. Mostly because on top of adding heart stuff, it also carries over all the ingredients that you gather from your base playthrough. Like all of this stuff from your main playthrough will carry over, incentivizing you to gather a bunch of stuff and can make it so that you can instantly upgrade stuff. Like if I were playing hero mode, I probably would have maxed out my wooden shield by this point. But for maxing out the Guardian Potion, it makes you completely invincible for a couple minutes, which can be really handy during really tough situations. Right. But yeah, I mostly came into the bazaar just to get the free empty bottle. That's all I came here for. So let's head out. And also, I guess I can also mention something else when it comes to hero mode. In hero mode, your Skyward Strike will instantly recharge and actually be a little bit, and will actually have the same strength as it would at the end of your playthrough at the end of a regular playthrough. And once you get a certain sword upgrade, it will power it up even further, make it the absolute strongest Skyward Strike across both playthroughs. All right, so there was something I wanted to show off. Oh, I just remember what I wanted to show off. I could have done this with the training sword, but I prefer doing it with my goddess sword. The pumpkin sword! Look how it glows on the edges. And oh, I set that thing far, man. All right. So talk to you. Hey, look up there, it's Beetle's Air Shop, it's here. He sells bed nets there. I want one so bad. There's a bell hanging down from the shop. I want to hear if you can ring it. You have to launch something at it. Let's see, where is Beetle's shop? You fuse a pumpkin. What is this? Kingdom? Anyways. Alright. Where is Beetle's Air Shop anyway? I know. Oh, there it is. Fortunately, I can't get to it because I love Beetle so much, especially in this game, but I can't get him. It hurts me. It hurts. Alright. So, am I gonna go to the surface? Not quite. There's one additional stop I want to make before I go to the surface. At 5, what do you want? Okay. So it's visible from here. So yeah, it's just supposed to go to the column of light and then just dive from there. All right. Let's go! Study here to the point I know what shade of blue she is. Wow, that is study. So what shade of blue is she then? Ooh, red ruby, red ruby, red ruby, red ruby, red ruby, red ruby. One of the few times I actually slow down. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Alright, so the stop I wanted to make is over this way. Because that there pumpkin, definitely want to go here. And splat. Yeah, I almost never use my sailcloth unless the game forces me into it, so I always try to do a faceplant every time I land. It's just something fun. Welcome to the Lumpy Pumpkin. Piece of heart, 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 piece of heart. I must get it. Ah! 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 Why would you do that? Get down and come here this instant. Cerulean blue, the base tone. Periwinkle because of the faint purple cast. Steel blue due to the metallic reflective quality. Oh, that's actually pretty neat. Okay, piece of heart. Let's forward to gain another heart container. Okay, get a little bit of money that spilled out. And all right, buddy. Sorry about your chandelier, but the completionist in me wanted that piece of heart. What is wrong with you? Just look at what you've done. You broke my fancy custom-ordered chandelier. You're gonna be working for me for free. And study then play the actual game. Yeah, I sometimes like to do that. Like, I like to kind of research little bits and pieces about certain games and see if I could getting interesting factoids out, because, you know, it's always fun to learn new things about games, even if you played them hundreds of times. You ready to own up for your responsibility? Sure. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna hold you to that. Stop wasting any time putting you to work. I need you to deliver my famous soup to Aegis, Skyloft's Knight Commander. He's a regular here. Can't say, says he can't get his day started without a bowl of my soup. What do you say? Sure. All right then, here's the hot pumpkin soup. It gets cold in 5 minutes. He hates cold soup. So you're gonna have to fly over to Skyloft and drop that off to the Knight Commander. Good soup. Alright. Run and away, my bird! That is never given a name outside of Crimson Loftwing. It's kind of weird that they never gave a name, like a very specific name to these birds, outside of Loftwings. Heck, not even given a system to let you name this Loftwing. It's weird that they never do that. I don't know, I always either call it Burb or Airpona. That's always what I like to call this thing. But again, I kind of wish that there was more of a canonical name to this thing, outside of just Crimson Loftwing. Goddess Sword is cerulean blue, dominant hue, periwinkle blue. Yeah, I figured that Phi and this Goddess Sword kind of has similar color schemes to each other. Since, you know, Phi is the sword spirit to it. I like Airpona. Hey, my dude, have you been practicing hard? Oh, I know that earthly aroma. Is that my favorite pumpkin soup? You went out of your way to deliver it? Give it to me. Here you go. Oh, so good. This is the stuff. Pumpkin soup is best poppin' odds. Well done. Say thanks to the owner for me. Studied that detail. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Alright, so let's do... So I need to go and report back to the lumpkin pumpkin dude, Plum. And there's Elva's again, just up there. And oh, I guess I can show this detail. You can move around while still in first person view, you'll just be a little slower. Study the actual sword that makes. Hey, sometimes it's good to kind of get wrapped up in other aspects of it, like the production design of a game, the music. There's plenty of games that I'm not like overly obsessed with the story, but I love a lot of the other aspects about it. Alright, so just gonna take a quick glide over to the lumpy pumpkin and red rupee, red rupee, red rupee, red rupee. No! Dang it. Yeah, I'm not gonna sweat it if I miss a red rupee or two. So dive down and face plants. Hey there, Bob. I got you soup delivered. I'll subtract your pay from the bill for the chandelier. But you're not done yet. I'm already scheming about what I need you to do next. It's called Skyward Sword. The only thing that matters is the sword itself. I guess that is kind of true, but I feel like there's other things that are kind of important. Like the whole apocalypse thing with the Destiny. As well as Zelda herself, but yeah, if it's called Skyward Sword, then the sword should probably be one of the main focuses to pay attention to. Alright, so you are Pump's daughter, I believe. Yeah, Kita. Say, it's almost pumpkin pecan season. I wonder how I'm gonna lift all those heavy pumpkins this year. Alright. I think that's all I wanted to do for now, so let's go to the surface. Okay. Flap around, and hopefully I'll be able to get there quickly. One complaint that I will acknowledge, I kind of agree with other people on, is that flying around is kind of slow. And the sky is a little too open. Kind of had the same problem with the Great Sea and Wind Waker, where I feel like it's a little too big and open, and you don't really go fast enough to really justify it being so big. All right, I don't have my fingers anywhere near my Joy-Cons. It's got good music at least. Yeah, it does. All right, I didn't press anything. The game just triggered that on its own. Master, please make sure to use your sailcloth from descending from high elevations. Failing to do so has a high probability of resulting in injury. It took the liberty of deploying the sailcloth for you this time, but in the future, you can manually engage it by pressing ZR before landing. Master, we've arrived. This is the fabled surface that has long been part of Skyloft legend. By my calculations, you are currently positioned in a location known as the Sealed Grounds. Welcome to the Sealed Grounds. Yeah, Fi surprisingly has a lot of really humorous elements to her. Like, I'll show off as many funny things with Fi as possible, because one of the things that I am willing to defend this game on that other people tend to not like, I actually kind of like Fi. Okay, don't get me wrong, she does have her problems. I will acknowledge them as they come along, but I'm not as big a hater of Fi as other people tend to be. Alright, so these are Dekababas. Slash in the direction that their mouth is open, and you insta kill them. Yes, Fi. Alright. Yes, she's telling us how if you target something and press down, you can identify different things. Dekababas. And one of the nice things is for enemies, if it can get through it, yes, it'll actually give you stats about how many of a certain type of enemy you defeated. So you can see just how often a certain enemy type will appear, and how often you defeat them. It's kind of nice, actually. Or it's neat. Can't do anything with that door for now, so hop down into the center of the spiral. child of destiny, descended from the sky. Raise the sword of the goddess, Skyward. Take aim at the evil aura and unleash its power. Let's try a spin attack this time. Nope, that did nothing. So maybe if I more directly hit it? Yep, there we go. And that creates a couple of wind geysers. Master, I'm sensing a change in the area that was triggered by your Skyward Strike. I have also detected an aura that correlates closely to your sailcloth. I surmise this aura belongs to Zelda. I can lead you in the direction of this aura through a process known as dowsing. Would you like me to explain this process to you? No, that's why I'm here. Understood, Master. You're just gonna explain it anyway, okay. Dowsing basically just allows you to keep track of different objectives, different items, all that kind of stuff. Personally, I don't use it very much. It's mostly useless to me, but if you just need a quick check about where certain things are, I guess it can be handy at times. But I don't personally use it that much. Alright, so one thing to note. Please remember that these air currents are here. They can be really handy for something in the future. Let's shove these doors open and let's see what's inside. Welcome to the sealed temple. Step off to the side. There's a couple and there's like a little dirt mound, and if I am not mistaken, well, first there's a bug there, but I think one of these should have, no. See, no. I know one of these is supposed to have like a, no? There it is! One of these has a fairy. Gotcha. Caught a fairy. This will revive you and revive you with 6 hearts. It's guaranteed to always be here. And on top of that, these little stools are a way of recovering health. Important to keep note, especially if you're playing hero mode. Because again, you have no method of healing outside of potions and these little stools. So keep track of where these are. Never noticed the fairy trying to just get the bottle before. Yeah, it's a really neat detail. I love that a little bit. The traveler descended from the clouds above. I welcome you, child of fate. Tell me, what is your name? Ah, good. Very good. I sense you have already gained control over the secret power that fills your sword when pointed skyward. The Skyward Strike is yours to command. It is proof that you are fit to bear the blade you carry, the goddess sword. I have sat here for many years, waiting for you to arrive. All so that I could fulfill my purpose as your guide. You stand under the roof of the sealed temple, a place built by the goddess an eternity ago. Your arrival here was predestined many, many years ago. The spirit maiden you seek arrived here shortly before you, descending to this land in a shower of light. There's no doubting it. The gears of fate have begun to turn. Yet, all is not as it should be. The Spirit Maiden was not meant to reach this land in the manner she did. I feel an evil power working in the shadows. It moves to warp the destiny of which you two are part. My dude, you are concerned for the Spirit Maiden and seek her whereabouts, yes? That is understandable. But for now, you must focus on moving forward. That girl has her own purpose she must pursue, as do you. She set off for Faron Woods to discover that destiny for herself, and you must follow. Show me your map. So it needs to go out to the Faron Woods. And she's also adding in the ability to use beacons, where you can just quickly mark any point at the map, and you can even see it in the overworld should you need to. But again, I don't really use them. You're forcing me to do this? I don't remember that being the case. Weird. Okay. There we go. Yeah. And you no longer have a use for a beacon, you can remove it. Use your beacons well, and you'll never fear getting lost. Go now. You must head into Faron Woods and chase after the Spirit Maiden, the one you call Zelda. On your way out, take the contents of the treasure chest within this room. What you find there should prove useful to you on your journey. You are ready. Leave through the door before you and head into the woods. I wish you safe travel. Know that all the questions you have now will be answered in time. For now, dude, go bravely. I want to look through this little gap here. See, there's a little crystal off in the distance. I don't know, thought it was neat. And we get a potion with Revitalizing Potion. Just for free. Okay. Break all this pottery, which I don't really think I need to anyway, so let's just go out the door. Yep, you can already see the beacon out there. Alright. So, with that stuff with the beacon and everything, I will admit to another problem with this game that I am willing to agree with most people on. This game is a little too hand-holdy at times. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be like a new Zelda game for like new crowd of people. This is meant to be more for a younger crowd when it first came out. So I get all that, but still, I can't help but feel like they could have given us an option to just speed through this intro a little bit. Like, a lot of people kind of debate between this and Twilight Princess for which one has the longest intro of any Zelda game. And while I do think Skyward Sword is technically longer, I personally lean more towards I kind of prefer Skyward Swords because of all the character interactions, like with, and supposed to be better about establishing all of the conflicts at the beginning. That's just me, though. But yeah. Out of the way, scram! Hi, Bokoblin! Bye, Bokoblin! Alright. And down they all go. Whew, thanks for jumping in to rescue me, bud. Just who are those red pests? I did not expect to run into a pack of them in this peaceful forest. Same goes for you. This is the second time I bumped into one of your kind today. I'll tell you, all sorts of weird things are going on lately. I owe you big for taking care of those guys, so let me tell you something fascinating. Hey bud, I'm Gorgo the Goron. I am researching the ancient history of these woods here. According to the ancient texts, there is some kind of place up above called the Isle of the Goddess, far up in the sky. Apparently these old statues serve as landmarks to those traveling up to the sky, or down from the Isle of the Goddess place. If you find one, be sure to examine it to keep tabs on the numbers of landmarks. They are rumored to be quite useful. Supposedly, the statue is special as it is said to have the ability to activate all the other statues. The whole thing sounds a little crazy, I know, but I, for one, believe it to be true. Otherwise, why would all these statues be here all over the place? It's a real head-scratcher, bud. Makes you want to know more, does it not? Sure, it does. Oh, sounds like I have a fellow connoisseur of ancient cultures here. Alright, bud. You had better brace yourself because I'm about to blow your mind. So, get this. People actually live on the Sky Island, and they get around by flying on the backs of huge birds that are way bigger than birds down here. Up there, everyone reveres the goddess, and the residents of all the islands in the sky live in perfect society. Totally free of conflict or unhappiness. Tell that to Groose. Not only that, but from what I can tell, their civilization is way, way more advanced than ours down here. But it does not even stop there, bud. This Isle of the Goddess has even more stuff to marvel at. This place was crafted by the goddess herself, so it figures that it is filled with wonders that we do not have here. What? No way. The buildings are all made of gold. An endless spring of mystical water feeds a river through the place. One sip of that stuff and you live forever. The trees are heavy with plump fruit that cures all disease. The fields are crowded with pumpkins that never rot. Magic wildflowers bloom everywhere. And the weather, oh, the weather, bud. Not too hot, not too cold. No chance of sweaty heat in this garden paradise. That is the Isle of the Goddess. Amazing, right? Wrong! It is beyond amazing! You want to hear more about it, don't you, bud? Oh, hell yeah. Good to hear, bud. I am completely obsessed with this place. I cannot get enough of it. I wish I had more to tell you now, but I will need to research these statues a little more. Next time I bump into you, I will give you the latest info. Whoa! What in the world just happened? Did you use some kind of magic? The statue reacted the moment you got near it, bud. How crazy is that? Always check these statues. Because otherwise they will not count, and these are useful for one thing. What was that? The statue just reacted to you. What did you do? Come on, do not make a big guy beg. I have to get you to know. Because this is your only method outside of an amiibo in the HD version to return back to Skyloft or even just the sky in general. And if you don't check them, you cannot return to the same point. So always check these statues. And there is a cave entrance up there that I definitely want to see what's behind. Because that takes us back to the sale grounds. As well as this log. And I was hoping there would be an item here. No. Okay, run past. And yep, there was one here, but we couldn't activate it before until we talked to that Goron. There you go. Right. Oh yeah, I guess I can also mention that when it comes to health, since I just lost a heart, there are no quarter hearts lost at all. It's either half or whole hearts. Hence why I think they're a little bit more justified for having there be 6 hearts instead of the usual 3 that every other Zelda game starts off with. As well as the fact that this game is a little harder compared to other Zelda games at times. Granted, some of that might be attributed to the motion controls, but honestly, I think there are some legitimate challenges up ahead, even though this game is very handholdy. Alright. And yep, Vi is already talking about the amiibo. If you have the Zelda with a Loftwing amiibo, you can instantly return to the sky at any point in time. I personally do not have this amiibo, so I will not be taking advantage of this. Okay, vault up to the beacon, and let's go into Faron Woods. Master, you have entered Faron Woods. The plentiful water in this region clearly sustains a large diversity of flora, including this massive tree. It is logical that the lush plant life and water resources have attracted animal species to the region. Looking at the probabilities, it is extremely likely that Zelda is somewhere in the area. I recommend you continue to use her dowsing ability to search for her. Yeah, just getting that out of the way so I don't constantly have to hear the beeping. Faron Woods entry. Okay, save. Is this your first playthrough? No, this is... I've played through this game a lot, actually. Okay. Just kind of playing through it because I just wanted to replay this game. Oops. Take it I didn't swing fast enough. Okay. So slash this. And... do that. And... swing? Let's see, these little things are basically just mini explosives. Pop. And then if I slash the red part of the... Wait. I slashed the red part, why didn't... Well, if you hit the red part of the of that bamboo, it's supposed to give you rupees, but it didn't do that for me for some reason. Anyways. Hi! Bye! Man, these guys are good at out-predicting me. There we go. I have recorded information on this creature. Analysis indicates the danger this creature poses to your life, Master, is well below 1%. Vigilance is not needed. I don't know. I thought I'd show that little remote bit of dialogue. Huh? It's got quiet. Whoa, there's a green one. I didn't even know they came in green. Don't hurt me, Queeb. Alright, so let's go ahead and chase after the little guy. And up. And roll into the fruits. And off he runs. Alright, so first statue into the woods. And just gotta chase him around. And also, fun fact about that fungi that was just kind of floating around. You can capture that in your bottle, actually. You can capture that in your empty bottle. And if you sprinkle it over a rupee, it'll actually change its value. Like, you can change a green rupee to a blue or even potentially a red rupee. I don't know. That'd be handy to know. So do keep it, though, don't be too greedy about it because it can sometimes lower the value too. Like, if you turn a red rupee into a green rupee, for instance. Alright, so... Ah! Okay, slash both of those, and... break that fruit and... Hey, little guy. It spotted me again. Kiwi! Huh? You don't want to eat me? Kiwi? Come to think of it, why did you fight off all those red monsters? Kipalip, I am Machi. I'm a Kikwi. You seem okay, even though you're scary. Thank you for saving me. That's weird, Kiku. A little while ago, I ran into another funny animal like you, but that one was a girl. Zelda? What's a Zelda? I don't know who this girl was, Kukui, but she was in a bunch of trouble when I saw her. A pack of those mean red guys were after her, Kui, but she escaped with the Kikui Elder. Master, we have obtained new information on Zelda's current status. This information indicates that she was assailed by monsters, but somehow evaded capture. However, I infer that she is still in significant danger. I have marked the position of the Kikui known as Machi. Please confirm your current location. Furthermore, my analysis suggests that this Kikui most likely produces a false positive dowsing reaction due to previous direct contact with Zelda. Using this hypothesis, I theorize there is an 85% chance that the Kikui Elder will also generate a dowsing reaction for the same reason. I propose you continue dowsing to search for Zelda. You really spooked me, Kui. You keep some very strange company, friend. Palip, it sounds like you're set on finding this friend and the Elder. If you're heading that way anyway, Kui, would you mind telling our Elder that I'm safe? Cheer up, Kuweep. I bet your friend is safe from our Elder. With our Elder. Alright, so I'm gonna run around a little bit because there's an item, there's a certain collectible that should be super. There's one, finally. Amber relics. These are the most common collectible you'll find in this game. Like I'm talking by the end of your playthrough, if you're looking around enough, these are the only materials that will enter they'll enter the triple digits in terms of the amount you collected. All right. So I need to run up here and hey, take this. Take that. All right, and now we have enough to actually upgrade our shield. Hi. Bye. Hi, Octorok. Redirect its attacks with your shield, and you should be good to go. All right, so pole vault up here, because there might be something good. No. Okay. Pointless lock is pointless. Hi! Oh, it actually knew to defend against that. Oh. Hang on, I'll be right back. I was hoping to just push the log over, but I guess not. Oh, it doesn't take too long to get over here anyway. Alright, and also in case you're wondering why I'm not going back to upgrade my shield, it's because I want to wait a little bit before, I want to meet up with the Kikui Elder before I go back up to the Skyloft. Alright, so redirect that. Smash these pears to get a nice heart out of that. That. And this little stump is a healing spot. Again, useful for hero mode. Slash. And cut that to give me a rope that I can swing across. Why didn't I grab that? Like, seriously, why didn't I grab that? I'm pretty sure I dashed and jumped, and that's what you're supposed to do. Oh well, whatever. It's fine. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Oh my gosh, this guy is thick. Kiwi. I am Bucha, the Kikwi Elder. I saw the way you spotted me through my ingenious camouflage. You are clearly a master woodsman. Zelda? Oh, the girl creature with the blonde hair. She looked like one of your kind. Yes, she was with me. But now is not the time for such talk. The woods are full of monsters. I am worried about my missing tribe. The shock and worry has made my memories of the girl quite hazy. What? You say you've met some of my people, so Machi is safe, eh? Ah, about the monsters. They are still lurking in the forest. I don't dare leave the spot. 3 Kikwis are still unaccounted for. Could I ask you to search for them and make sure they are safe, Kui? I am worried sick for my fellow Kikwis. If you could calm my fears, I might be able to remember more about where the girl you seek went off to. Kui. Learning that Zelda is no longer with the Kikwi Elder is an unfortunate setback, but he may still have useful information. Taking this into account, I calculated 85% probability that your quest will be aided if you find the lost Kikwis for the Elder. To expedite your search for these forest-dwelling creatures, I have added Kikwis as a dowsing option. Do you need me to explain how to switch dowsing targets? Additionally, I will mark any Kikwis you discover on your map and disable dowsing readings for them. That way you will not revisit the same Kikwis. This concludes my explanation. When ready, please begin your search for the missing Kikwis. Okay. Did you say anything else? Nope. Okay. So... fortunately can't go across there, but I think I can go underneath this tree, which you can just kind of roll underneath it and actually skip a little bit of stuff. Wait. Stab. There we go. Pear sword. And one of them actually has a fairy inside, but I don't have any more empty bottles. So you can just be my little healing pal. And we got a type rope. Okay, jostle the little bombs off. And can I speed up a little bit? There we go. Okay. Hi there. This is a Bokoblin leader. They have hordes that will summon more of these Bokoblins. So take them out first so you don't have just endless hordes descend upon you. Okay, there we go. Took them all down. Kikwi! You fought off all those bad guys. So does this mean you're a good guy? See, I've got this problem. My legs have turned to jelly and I can't get down. Think you could help me? I know what will cure those jelly legs. A concussion for me! And a concussion for you, apparently. Ouch, that was effective. Anyway, thanks to you, Palip. Really, the Elder was worried about me? Well, I'm glad to hear he's safe. My name's Lapsa. If you see the Elder, can you please tell him where I am? Okay. Swing until I get to the apex. There we go. So push this down. And I'm gonna run over this way because at the top of this should be another bird statue to save. I won't go quite to the sky quite yet. There's an item I want to get from the Kikwi Elder before I go back. I've done a Breath of the Wild playthrough yet. Actually, that was one of the very first things I ever did as a streamer. Like, my very first Zelda Friday was playing Breath of the Wild. Though, with how terrible I was at the very start of my streaming journey, I think I might need to do a replay of it. Maybe even do a hero mode playthrough of it. Or something. But yes, I have played, let's see, for the Zelda games I played Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Phantom Hourglass so far. Okay, shift over and leap. Okay, let go. And can't really... Oh, wait. No, I just remembered. Time to become a natural lawnmower. Alright, so get through all this. And it's a lot of Zelda games. Well, I mean, I have been streaming and doing content creation for almost 2 years now. Like, I'm 2 months away from my 2-year mark since I started. I've been discovered, and here I thought I had a good hiding place, Kwi. I'm Erla. You won't find another Kikwi in these woods that's half as good as hiding as I am. Except the Elder, of course, Kwi. And you didn't do the thing I was expecting you to do. Usually if you start cutting around it, this little guy will actually start walking around and actually try to hide among the grass that isn't cut. But for some reason, he just didn't do it this time. It's weird that he didn't. Oh well. Alright. I didn't roll quite in time. But I think there's just one more Kikwi I need to find. And he should be somewhere down here. Because I think if I hop down the hole, thank you, and I go through here. Yes! That's a bit extra. Hydrate during stream. Notice that you yap a lot. If I get really thirsty or my throat really starts to hurt, then yeah, I'll drink stuff, and heck, I even have a water bottle right next to me, but I don't know, after a while, you just kind of get used to it. It's really only when I really go a long time yapping that I get thirsty and my throat starts to hurt. Though I will admit, doing some of the kind of silly voices with this particular playthrough is making me a little thirsty, so actually, now might be a good time for me to hydrate real quick. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, I am not detecting any additional dowsing. Just you go and speak with the Kikwi Elder. What was that just now, Kwi? Don't scare me like that. Alright, so now I think if I just hop down. Interesting, I agree with you. Okay, yeah. So okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to do a lot. Or no, actually, yeah, that log over there will provide a nice little shortcut back. All right, and also I might as well kind of shimmy down to this little spot, pick up the Amber Relic. And see the little birds. Alright, let's stamina kind of refill a little bit and leap. Hey, big guy.
Kwi, so my fellow Kikwis are well. And they want me to stop worrying? Oh, excellent. They know me too well. You have a real talent for finding whatever's missing, Kui. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you have my thanks. Wee-hee-hee. I feel much less worried now. I believe I just remember where that young lady went. That young lady, Zelda. Was her name? Yes, it's all coming back to me. She said she had to travel to the temple deep within these woods. Squee. Oh, I tried to warn her about how dangerous it was there, but the clever little thing vaulted off my belly and ran off her own just the same. I think she headed down that way towards the temple, Kui. But be sure to take great care if you follow her. That area is crawling with monsters. Oh ho! I almost forgot, Kui. As a reward for finding all my fellow Kikuis, I will give you a precious Kikui heirloom. Let me just fetch it for you right here now, Kui. Pardon me for a moment. Flop.
Wow, you stored a whole slingshot on your butt. I got the thing. Got a slingshot. So yeah, you get to kind of aim it around. It's great for stunning enemies, and honestly, I think this item is actually a little better than most people give it credit for. Like, I'm actually kind of excited to show off a lot of its uses, because it's honestly one of our useful tools, especially for right now. With that slingshot, Kui, you should be able to find a path into the deep woods where that temple is. To start, why don't you try shooting up that curled up vine? If you run out of ammunition, just grab some seeds from the fruit that grows on the tree over there. Now go find that girl. I'll be rooting for you. Kui. Nice to know that Kikwis ship Link and Zelda in this one. No, but in all seriousness, out of all of the different Zelda games, I think I ship the one from Skyward Sword the most. Like, I promote Z-Link the most here in Skyward Sword. Okay. Let me hit. Man, he is good at predicting my every move. They are cute together, yeah. Alright, so vault up over, avoid that Deku Baba, and I could go around. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with that cube over there. You're supposed to skyward strike it, but not quite. But it's not enough reach from this point, so I can't do anything about that. Zelda isn't playing the part of damsel distress, but rather they're separated trying to get back together. Yeah. And we actually have another new enemy. These are Guays, and come on. Come on, do your thing! Do your thing! You're supposed to do a thing on me. Do it! Do it! Do it! There! I missed. Yeah, it's supposed to take a poop on you, and that poop actually drains your stamina if it lands on top of you. Again, it's really silly, but I kind of love it. Alright, now that I had the slingshot, time to go back to the sky. Because I want to go upgrade my shield, plus there's another thing to get. Let's see how this game's trying to make it look like they're lovers. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be more of the childhood friend trope, but let's just face it, they're definitely a romantic couple. Let's not kid ourselves with that. All right, first, go into the bazaar. Hey! Oh, yeah. Hey, Gondo! let's go ahead and upgrade. Because not only can I upgrade my shield, but I also want to see... Yes, you can upgrade your slingshot as well. Let's see... Oh, Dusk Relics won't pop up for a very, very long time. So that's not gonna happen for a while. But the shield I can do. Go for it.
Okay.
Nintendo can't hide it, they shit too much. And now we got a bandit shield, which has higher durability than the wooden shield, but still weak to fire. And we can even upgrade it even further, but again, it's with materials that we won't get for a while. Not quite as long as the stuff for the slingshot, but still quite a bit. But it's still a ways off.
Ooh.
Alright, so... Oh. I was gonna show that you can, like, quickly pull up whatever you last equipped from the adventure parts by just tapping R, but it pulled up the fairy instead. So, alright, there we go. Alright. But the other thing is, now that I had the slingshot, where is he? Where is he? Where? There! There. Alright. Beetle's Airshop has now become available. Can you grab on? There we go. Swings it over, and there we go. In we go. Oh, you come all this way? It's so rare to have a customer here. Beetle's Airshop has everything you could ever want. Please take a look around. If you actually buy something, that would be even better. You want to know why I'm on a bicycle? Aren't you a curious one? I pedal this bike to generate enough electricity to keep this place in the air. Plus, all this pedaling has got me in fantastic shape. Yep, I'd say my lifestyle is pretty eco-friendly, but with you on board, there's plenty of extra weight. Are you calling me fat? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. Please have a look around. I got all kinds of great stuff. And indeed he does. Because you can buy an extra slot for your adventure pouch, though can be pretty expensive at 300. A life medal, which gives you an additional heart container so long as you have it stored in your adventure pouch. But again, really expensive at 800, so gonna have to wear a little bit on that one. A wallet upgrade that allows you to carry an additional, I think, 300? Yeah, an additional 300 rupees. And this is 100 rupees. I can buy that, but I'm gonna look at the last item. If I have any left over, I'll buy this. Because the last item is the bug net, which is not only useful for catching bugs, but also useful for getting certain collectibles that are used for upgrades. Okay, 50 rupees? That'll make a net profit. Love you, Beetle.
Thank you!
Oh, thank you! Such an impractical shop. I love it, yeah. Alright, I got a little bit of extra money. Might as well get the wallet upgrade as well. Alright. Got the extra wallet. Ding. Plus 300.
Thank you!
Thank you! Oh, it really suits you. But that's not the only thing that Beetle can have. Well, first off, if I leave and come back, you will have new stuff in place of the other stuff, including a bug medal in place of the bug net, which allows you to, it makes bugs appear more frequently, as well as show where they are on the map. but it's 1,000 rupees, so not overly worth it. And then another extra wallet in the place of the old one, but it's more expensive than the last one. I think at 200, I want to say. Oh, it's another 100. Never mind. He is consistent with his prices. But that's not the only fun thing with Beetle. If I leave, oh, please wait a moment.
Do you know how heavy you are? I have to paddle extra hard with you up here. Then you have the gall to leave without buying anything? Off with ya!
Face it, Mercy. Never gets old. It never gets old. He will do this every time you go into a shop, look at an item, and leave without buying anything. It is hilarious. And one of my favorite things to do is to make him fly over different spots and make him drop me at different points and see where I land. I think the funniest I've ever seen is landed right over this bench, and the way that everything lined up, it made it so that the camera was shoved right up against Link's butt. Oh, I love it. I love it. So yeah, every time I go to Beetle Shop, that is going to be a thing. I'm going to see what ridiculous positions I'm going to land in. So I'll try and get Beetle at different... I'm going to open up Beetle Shop at different points and see where I land and see what humorous spots I can land in. All right. Now let's go back to Pharaoh Woods. So, dive. And if you're actually down right up against the clouds, you don't need to actually press the dive button. It'll just automatically drop you. A report, Master. It is possible to descend to specific bird statue that you've already visited. Hence why I say just check every statue even if you're not going to save. Alright, viewing platform is where I want to go. Again, I didn't press anything, it's just did that automatically. Alright, so... smack that. And can I please? Thank you. All right. So turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. I'm doing the thing. There we go. There we go. All right, off we go. Welcome to the deep woods. Alright, off we go. And I was really hoping I could see a certain collectible, but whatever. Ah! Alright, defeated both of those, and I guess I could already show off a nice little feature of the slingshot. I ran away before I could get him. Oh well. In the meantime, got a woodland rhino beetle, our first bug actually. All while I'm being attacked by a bunch of hornets. But, oh, and I got some hornet larva while being attacked by the okay. But, come on. Finally I got one. Got 3 Deku Hornets. Alright, can I catch the rest of these without dying, please? Alternatively, you can technically kill these guys at... Oh, I guess I was wrong about the quarter heart thing. Well, majority of the time, it's going to be either half heart or full heart of damage. It's really only these insects that actually cause the cause the quarter damage. All right. So, bug catching isn't the only thing the bug net is good for. Because if I sneak up on these birds, you can capture them and get feathers, which are considered a material. And I was really hoping, because this is one of those spots where blue birds can appear and they're considered a completely separate material, and are even considered the rare materials. Down you go. Yeah, that's the other use for the slingshot, is it's really good for stunning enemies. Alright, so first, take out the... No, leave me alone! Or do you want to face the wrath of my freaking bug net? Get away, get away, get away. Oh, I wonder why my, there it is. I was wondering why my bug net wasn't as responsive as the sword is. Weird. Alright. Again, I seem to have more issues with the motion controls in the HD version than I ever do on the Wii version, strangely enough. Alright, so... got over here. And if I vault up, I think this will lead to a log that'll provide a nice shortcut. Yep. And then down here is another bokoblin. Hi! Bye! Also, I love the leopard print underwear that these guys have. It's pretty amusing. Alright, so now I need to vault up. Vault up, and there we go. Hang on to this little ledge. And there we go. Alright. Now for a nice use of the slingshot. Because, let's see. If I can... Hey! Get over here! Get on the tightrope! Get on the tightrope, you little dingus! Come on! Come on, you know you want to. There you go. Come here nice and close, and... Bye! It insta-kills them on the tightrope. So yeah, before you say the slingshot is useless beyond the beginning, I beg to differ. It can be surprisingly a useful tool. Okay. Jostle, jostle. Alright, and back up on the tightrope. Oh. Well, crap. Oh well. Alright, so again, just need to make my way across this. And... okay. And what's getting having a nice little red statue. And... oh, yeah, there. I thought I heard a Deku Papa somewhere. Alright. Leap over and... Hi! This is a golden Deku Papa. The main difference between these is that it can switch the position of where its mouth is, and it also takes 2 hits to take out instead of just 1. Plus, they also are a little smarter and can actually dodge your sword strikes at times. Hey!
Hey, now there's a face I know. Hey, bud. I tell you, your timing could not have been better. Look here, I stumbled onto one of these things just now. It looks just like something I've seen in those ancient texts. If I remember right, yep, this is one of those things the goddess was said to left behind for the hero of legend. Pretty amazing, right? I even thought of a name for these things. I've been calling them goddess cubes. Makes sense, right?
Basically, hit this with a Skyward Strike, and a beam of light will return to the sky, and you can unlock different treasure chests that otherwise cannot be opened, and will sometimes have very rare treasures to them. I'm probably not going to get every single goddess cube on this playthrough, but I will note about a couple of important ones that can have really useful materials or very handy items.
Whoa, you see that? The cube just shot up into the sky. Texts say there are cubes like that all over this land. Tell you what, you blast as many of those cubes as you can find. If you can find out more about, if you find out more about them along the way, you come see me.
All right, so now shove this down to create a nice shortcut. And roll down. And we got another goddess cube to send up. And there's another statue to the forest temple. So this confused me a lot on my first playthrough because I thought, oh, I probably could just go straight through the door like always, but no, door is still shut. So like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, what else can I do? And then I look up. But before that, does this work? Yes! Shooting these gems will actually provide you with rupees. However, I think it only works while it is shut. However, this can only work when it is sealed shut. Otherwise, it will not work. All right. All right, let's open up the door. Welcome to the very first dungeon of Skyward Sword, the Skyview Temple. Master, I have bad news. The auras of many creatures reverberate throughout this temple. As a result, I can't isolate Zelda's aura. You will not be able to track her here. Given the situation, I suggest you look around to see where we should move next. Dowsing is completely disabled in every dungeon of this game. That kind of took long, or was it fast? For the standards of, I think it took a little bit longer because again, I did stop to do a few side stuff. But yeah, I will admit, Skyward Sword's intro is pretty dang long. And heck, I didn't even anticipate reaching the entrance by the end of the stream. I genuinely thought that reaching the entrance would have taken up the next stream. Which, speaking of which, I think now is a good time to call it. So, next time on Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, we search the Skyview Temple to search for Zelda. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. And just as a quick refresher, tomorrow will be more post-game stuff for the base game of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And then next Wednesday will be more Torna, and Friday will be more Skyward Sword. So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and you'll have a good rest of your day. This is Chronofahx, signing out.